Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we are going to be talking about Boosie. Now, there's a pretty good chance you either do know him or don't, okay? I either would be surprised or not surprised if you've heard of him. It's one of the only people ever where this has been the case with. It feels like the only reason that people know who this is because he constantly has these rants/rampages in which he'll say the most blatantly ignorant things possible and will just make a complete ass out of himself, or you don't know him and I'm stunned that you haven't seen one of these rants or whatever, and honestly, you're probably in a better position than all of us who do know him because knowing what comes out of this guy's mouth is just like having a constant tumor in society. It's legitimately horrible. He's one of the only people that I can genuinely say if he got canceled, I would be kind of okay with that because I mean, frankly, the guy has outed himself for being just a piece of shit. That's the best way to put it. So, today we will be going over multiple things that Boosie has said that I just think people need to realize, right? People need to see this. Because this guy, I mean, it's not like he said something 5-6 years ago, people are digging it up out of Twitter, you know, trying to come out of nowhere and cancel him, right? Like, this guy just says off the wall, completely wreck shit all the time, has absolutely no regard for anything he's saying. He just says shit, and it's insane. So, I want to start with the first and most obvious one that we're going to be talking about here. So, yesterday, if you follow me on Twitter at least, or if you saw it on your own, will remember that he kind of had a little bit of a situation unfold with Lil Nas X. If you don't know who Lil Nas X is, obviously, he's one of the biggest music artists on the planet right now. He's absolutely doing his thing. And here's a little well-known secret about Lil Nas X, okay? He may or may not be gay. Yes, I know that's hard to believe. There's gay people in the year 2021, and Lil Nas X happens to be one of them. So, Boosie is not too big a fan, though, of people being gay. In fact, he is what many would consider a homophobe, okay? He has on multiple occasions said some pretty crazy shit about gay people, but in specific, Lil Nas X, I mean, he said some pretty psychotic shit in all reality, and yesterday is absolutely no different, man. So, this all kind of started because, well, for months now, right, Boosie has been talking shit about Lil Nas X. It's been mostly, if not entirely, unwarranted. I have never seen anything where I guess Lil Nas X has antagonized this guy whatsoever, but regardless if he's been antagonized or not, Boosie is known as being one of the largest homophobes probably in modern society / the rap culture / the entertainment industry, and he got really upset because Lil Nas X posted this video to social media.
So I've been working on this song with Lil Boosie, bro. I had this song with Lil Boosie finna come out. Shit fire, ain't even lie for it. Goddamn, song with Lil Boosie finna come out. Song with Lil Boosie finna come out.
Now, obviously, this was a joke, and he was kind of just making fun of Boosie because for months now, Boosie's been talking shit about him, has been complaining about pretty much his presence in society, and so he kind of just trolled him, right? It was completely harmless, you know, he didn't say like, oh, fuck Boosie, I'm gonna whip this dude's ass, like, he didn't say anything crazy, just a little joke, right? Well, Boosie literally lost his fucking marbles and decided that it was cool to tweet this. Stop trolling me, F-slur, LOL. You a whole bitch playing with a gangsta, SMH. You can keep sucking dick and getting beeped in your ass, and peace. And hashtag you hate yourself. I would too if I was you, LOL, Nas X. If you hashtag commit suicide, you would do this world a huge favor. Nobody wants you here. And as you can see by the screenshot, which of course is now deleted because, well, you can't literally just openly call people the F-slur on Twitter and then tell them to hashtag commit suicide, so you can see he got ratioed pretty goddamn hard off the jump because this was uncalled for, man. You know, there was no need for this. At the end of the day, bro, if you have beef with the guy, I get that. Do you need to say some psychotic shit like this? Absolutely not. And when it really comes down to it, I don't get why you would do this. Because you're literally inviting the entirety of not only the music industry, but the entertainment industry to just fucking blackball you. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Even from a financial circumstance, it's just a way of throwing away free money, right? When you have the following Boosie does, it's easy to make money, right? But when you're constantly saying some wreck shit like this, people really don't want to associate with you. Now, you know, you may or may not think that that's too bad, right? Should he have called him that? I don't think so. I get shit talking, you know, I get beefing and whatnot, but I feel like there's some limits that you really shouldn't cross unless necessary. And I don't see why this was a limit that was necessary to cross. I mean, sure, was he talking like it's an old Xbox chat or whatever? Yeah, I guess, but it was just simply uncalled for. And this is not the first time, obviously, that he has said some crazy shit like this. He has made multiple degenerative comments towards Lil Nas X over time. And what's even funnier about all of it, right, isn't even the fact that he's making an ass out of himself. It's the fact that Lil Nas X is so unbothered by everything that this guy does that, you know, even when he addresses him, he subtly trolls him, right? He makes fun of this motherfucker because in all reality, right, let's think about this. Boosie's music career, while more successful than most people, is not superstar status. You know, he's not Lil Nas X. Nobody's giving Boosie a fucking commercial. Boosie is not going, you know, top 3 on the Billboard 200 anytime soon. Boosie is not gonna be seeing, you know, his song be one of the longest charting songs. I think it actually might have been the longest charting at the time, #1 in Billboard history. Of course, if you're Lil Nas X, you don't have to worry about it because you're fucking killing it, right? And I think that that's what really kind of bothers Boosie the most. This man, you know, he hurls all these comments, but at the end of the day, he just isn't better than him, right? It may sound weird for me to say, but Boosie is upset that a gay man is doing better than him, and he freaks the fuck out because he can't stand that. It's a very jealous life that Boosie lives, and it's kind of sad. Well, if you didn't think that was bad enough, right? If you didn't think he was being an asshole when he did that, let me go ahead and show you this clip. So, before I even show you this, I want to explain. He's essentially talking about how the teenage boys in his family, instead of, you know, letting them naturally progress and lose their virginity at an appropriate time, he was basically paying prostitutes to perform sexual acts on the children in his family, including, I believe, his own children. So, yeah, this guy literally paid people to fucking R-word his children and then bragged about it on social media as if like it was a cool thing to do, right? So take a look.
Before you even start having sex, I done show my sons how to put on rubber. Ain't finna get my son no motherfucking shit out here. I'm training them boys right. Ask in there my nephew. Ask in them. Ask my son. Yeah. They were 12, 13. They got hit. Yeah. That's how it's supposed to be. Yeah. Hell yeah, I got my fucking son. You fucking right. Yes, a grown woman. Grown, super grown.
The craziest thing about this clip is the way that he portrays this as if it's fucking normal, man. As if like normal people when their kids turn like 13 are just like, well, you know what? It's time for my son to become a man today. Let me pay an adult female to perform sexual acts on my child, right? Can you imagine if this was, you know, daughters or something like that? Can you imagine if somebody came out and was like, yeah, you know, I've been paying these grown men to perform these sexual acts on my, you know, teenage daughters? This guy would literally not even, he'd probably be in fucking jail, if we're being honest. He would be in jail. Like, it's absolutely fucking absurd to me that this guy has openly said some shit like this and, like, people are still cool with him. You know what I mean? Like, you can make jokes like, oh, I wish, you know, that happened to me. I wish that I was getting that or whatever. People do make jokes like that, but at the end of the day, man, this is fucking weird, okay? This is not normal or acceptable behavior whatsoever, and I just find it completely fucking mind-boggling that social media will cancel somebody for saying something on accident, will cancel somebody for saying something 10 years ago, will cancel somebody for the most minor inconvenience, but yet guys like this are not only verified on Twitter, but are just fucking out here on the daily just saying stupid shit and getting an audience for it. And I know that to a certain extent, maybe I'm also at fault because I am making a YouTube video talking about it and giving him even more attention by doing this, but at the end of the day, man, it's time that somebody calls this fucking dude out, right? Like, this is just absurd. Boosie talks as if he's more important than what he really is, right? Like, he thinks he's some sort of, like, legend or something crazy. Boosie has this, like, mentality for some reason that he's fucking Pac, that he's Kanye. And in reality, he's probably not even a top 500 artist living alive today, right? Like, so you may be wondering, Optimus, well, how do you become this fucking mad? How do you become this hateful of a person, such an odd person, right? Well, I'm assuming that he probably wasn't raised very well. I'm just gonna assume that because, well, I mean, anyone who thinks that fucking having their child R-word by prostitutes to make them a man or whatever automatically just crossed them off the let me be a parent list. But like I said, this is one jealous ass man, okay? He's been spending his whole career saying completely fucking psychotic and absurd things. You know, every time he really trends on Twitter or gets any sort of attention from the public, it's because he's making an ass out of himself. So, you know, you got Lil Nas X who, yeah, given he's got his fair share of controversies, a lot of people don't like him for somewhat justifiable reasons, but at the end of the day, he makes shit that people want to listen to. He makes art that people want to listen to. And you can't take that away from him. I have never once got in the car, someone hands me the aux, and they're like, play that new Boosie, bro. Nah, that's just not happening. Maybe in Boosie's hometown or something like that, they love him like this, but bro, you're not what you think you are, okay? And when Boosie sees somebody that he believes is inferior to him, you know, in this instance, Lil Nas X being a gay man, he believes that he can use that leverage to like one-up them. But I mean, at this point, right, Lil Nas X cannot be one-upped unless you're fucking like Drake or The Weeknd, like Olivia Rodrigo, somebody like that. You're not fucking topping Lil Nas X. He's already here. He's here to stay. He's proved that. He's released multiple songs. They've all done well. His album just fucking debuted, either number 2 or maybe even number 1 on the Billboard 200. He doesn't give a fuck, right? He's having the time of his life. He's doing commercials. He's tweeting funny shit. People love him, but Boosie, you know, he can't one-up him, so inside that really eats him alive. He doesn't know how to process the fact that, you know, somebody he believes is inferior might be better than him. And it's okay, you know, sometimes you gotta admit that you're not who you thought you were, right? And that, you know, you got fucked, right? You lost. It happens. It's part of life. But to Boosie, that cannot happen because if it does, in his own head, it tears down that ego he's built up, right? It tears him apart on the inside to think that that person he believes is inferior might be better than him. And so Boosie lives a sad, sad life, right? You know, sure, he might have a little bit of money. He might have a little bit of clout, right? He might have that, but he doesn't have that self-love that he so badly wants. And he takes that out on Lil Nas X. And it's kind of crazy to me, man. So I just wanted to talk about this because honestly, bro, I will never take any sort of moral standing from somebody who once again had their children R-word by fucking prostitutes, okay? So I just don't get why people support this guy, right? Like, he's just a fucking asshole. Like, he doesn't do anything to redeem it. He's just a genuinely toxic person. And I'm just stuck on why he's still even relevant. I guess realistically, I answer my own question by making this YouTube video, but man, goddamn, is it hard not to, right? So with that being said, though, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shop Opti down below. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus. Well, just not understanding Boosie and signing out.